Alright everyone, this is Wednesday recap, 22 October 2025. Today was also losing trade and TGR also lost big time. He lost a lot. He lost 234k. Me and him took the exact same trades and let's go over that really quickly. Alright, so the usual mark out lows and highs on the 1 hour to 4 hour and the session highs and lows. Okay, then we waited for a liquidity sweep which happened fairly quickly. Happened here. Now on the S&P 500 I had this SMT, right, but I placed it wrong. It should have been not on this low, but anyway I fixed that. Like right here I fixed it. So yeah, we had this SMT and on Nasdaq, okay, it's like that. So anyway, we had liquidity sweep, SMT. Now I was waiting for a retrace on 5 minutes. So okay, so equilibrium. I was waiting for equilibrium. By the way, Nasdaq was sorry, S&P 500 was the leading index, so I took the trade on it. Anyway, here it goes to the equilibrium. Great stuff. And now I'm just waiting for a 1 minute either break of structure or inverse fair value gap, which is exactly what TGR did. However, he took it after it broke structure. I took it after it inversed the fair value gap. As you can see, in 10 seconds it broke structure, but I waited for it to inverse the fair value gap. Actually, I just didn't see this. Somehow I didn't see the break of structure. But anyway, so TGR went on this candle right here. I went, I believe on this candle or the one after it. Yeah, it's the one after it. So right here, I took the trade, and my stop is below these lows. Okay, and I got stopped out the same time as TGR, but I didn't record that. So here it is. This is the first trade, stopped out. Can we see it on the chart? I think it's right here. I guess so, yeah, it is right here. So yeah, below the stop loss, we got, sorry, below these lows was our stop loss. We hit our stop loss. Now, the second trade I shouldn't have done anyway. The second trade was just very, let's just say, emotionally driven. It was emotionally driven, but it was 10 seconds behind TJR's second trade, which is very odd. It's like we share the same brain cell, almost. So the second trade was from this SMT. Keep in mind, I was in my car driving and I just saw the price go back up and I was sure about longs, so I just went in. Somehow he also went in 10 seconds later. But I watched his video and his analysis went like this. So he saw this SMT divergence. Where was it? So he saw this SMT divergence, which is okay, cool. However, here's what he did not look for. Let's go to the 1 minute. So after it hits that SMT, what did TJR do? He immediately went longs. Big mistake. I'm gonna be honest, I would have done the same, but now looking back at it, there wasn't really any signs to go in another trade. We hit the SMT, sure. What happened after it though? Let's look for equilibrium on the 1 minute. Okay, it hit it, it just kept going down, and we inversed this fair value gap, right? I think on both we inversed it. Yeah, we just inversed the fair value gap right here. So he didn't wait for any confirmation confluence or retracement or anything really. He just went in. That's a big mistake. Now sure, we lost, but we can limit our losses. The second trade we should have been more careful, and so should DJR. But who am I to talk honestly? But yeah, just because we lost doesn't mean we only need one confluence to get into another trade. Because it hit equilibrium as a retracement, but we didn't see any confirmation really that it's gonna go back up. No break of structure, no inverse fair value gap. Matter of fact, it inversed this fair value gap, which means it's gonna keep going down. So that's at least my analysis. Yeah, so this is why I do these videos, so I can reflect on my trades. The second trade I took was very stupid. I didn't even do any analysis. But if for next time, if my first trade analysis was perfect, the second one I need to be more careful, not just rely on one confluence, which is SMT here, but rely at least on a retracement, you know. And you know what? Even inverse fair value gap or break of structure to really be safe on the second trade, so we don't double our losses, but instead limit our losses. So yeah, instead of losing $80, I could have lost $44, and TJR could have lost only $67. Sorry, $67,000. Big difference. Yeah. Now we could say I could have changed my bias for the day. No, there were just so many signs that it's gonna go up. Yeah, so it would have been better to just limit my losses, not try to get it back by switching my bias. We already learned switching bias is not really a great idea. Limiting your losses is. But let's say we did switched our bias after the first trade. What would I be looking for? So first trade, I lost it here. How could we have switched our bias? Let's see. How could we have switched our bias? Alright. After we lost, let's say, so we marked out equilibrium, which we just hit it here. Balancing switching bias immediately is a move. But you just hit equilibrium right here. We are retracing. And then perhaps fair value gap. It went into the fair value gap, but it closed above. So I'm not really sure that would have worked. What about Nasdaq? Could we have used Nasdaq? So if we lost right here, bear with me. Bear with me. This is educational, I guess. Hit equilibrium right here. Yep. Damn. Inverse fair value gap would have entered here. Or maybe would have used this candle to enter right here. So at 1723. Right here. Could have entered right here. So that is also a break of structure, isn't it? It's not. So yeah, we could have used Nasdaq to enter stops above these. Now take profit is it's too slow. It's a great 1 to 5. Not sure about it being a 1 to 5 because this candle right here was one Trump posted something. So still, let's say we just closed it here. Still 1 to 3. We could switch bias. It's risky though. It's very risky. Not sure about it. But it did give us a 1 to 5, that's for sure. But we had an SMT. This is not really realistic. This can't really happen every time. We could go in a very small trade, I guess, and do it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. $12.19. There's no SMT. There's no bearish SMT. Yeah. So what could we learn from this? Be safe on your second trade. Okay, wait for more confluences. Don't enter off of one confluence. That's for the second trade. If we lose on the first one and we are extremely certain of our analysis, and it was all according to our strategy. The second trade, wait for confluences, not just one, not just one confluence. Okay, do not trade in your car. Okay, and perhaps switch bias. If your confluences aren't getting hit, look for the opposite bias, but very low risk. Very low risk, and try to make the reward get you back to break even on the day. Don't try to go for something big because your stop losses will also be big. So yeah, I guess that's it. This is the lesson for today. And for yesterday, when an SMT is gone, just don't force a trade. So I got these two lessons so far. Hopefully tomorrow we can actually make a winning trade. So yeah, see you tomorrow, guys. And hopefully you guys learned something from my mistake and also from TJR's mistake. And thank you for watching.